What considerations are plans and policy taking into account to reinforce ISAF's counterinsurgency guidance, and are there any changes or adjustments being made with the increased emphasis on protecting the population?
I think this new comms guidance requires from all the nations and from all contingents that they really understand what is the aim to achieve in this country. We are not here to defeat, to destroy, to kill. We are here to build. We are here to build a new nation, to help the Afghans to develop their own forces, to develop their strength, the strength of the Afghan army and the Afghan police, in order that they have a very good security level in their country. And of course, there are a lot of attitudes that we need to improve. For example, there are the famous CIFCAS aspects. We have to limit as strongly as possible all collateral damage when we are obliged to use forces, when we are obliged to use, for example, air force and close air support to our troops on the ground, and we have absolutely to limit the collateral damage among the Afghan population, in order that the Afghan population understands that we are here to protect them. The key words are exactly that we are here to protect the people. We are not here, as I said, to destroy families and so on. We are here, on the contrary, to help them and also to support the efforts done by the international community to ensure stability, security for all NGOs, to ensure also that the freedom of movement is given to all aspects of a normal life, and working very closely with the police and the Afghan army forces. That requires, as I said, a change of mindsets. Particularly, we need to be more open to go to meet the people, to have opportunities, to use all opportunities to meet the people who are responsible among the population, and to show them that we are here to help them. For example, we have very often, we are wearing our fragmentary frag jackets, which prevent all normal relationships. We are wearing helmets and our weapons, and we are seen as or perceived by many people among the Afghan population as threatening them or not able to have real contacts, normal human contacts. And we need to improve our attitude, and I think it is one of the best improvements that we can do. And of course, we need to take into account all the best practices that are done on the theater, in the total of the forces here in this country. That means altogether we are about 100,000 soldiers, among them nearly 70,000 for the US and more than 30 by other NATO nations, and even non-NATO nations. Some non-NATO nations like Australia and New Zealand are here. And the best practice are given by all sorts of contingents, all sorts of nations. And there are some mistakes done by each nation sometimes, and we need to improve that. We need to give the will to all leaders, young leaders, to improve the leadership at all levels, that we avoid, we do our best in order that the perception by the population is really such as wished by ISAF, by General McChrystal. That means that we are here to protect the people and to neutralize I would say, the bad influence of the insurgents, which manipulate the young, because they are without any jobs for many of them, and they are making propaganda against the government of Afghanistan. As we know, in all nations, everybody has to be involved, and that's the reason why we are here to support these Afghan people, and we are to have a very positive and very I would say, very open attitude with the population in all occasions.
Do you have anything else you would like to add?
Yes, I would like to speak about the French forces. We are here about 3,200 soldiers deployed in Afghanistan. There are aircrafts, there are two battle groups, one of the Foreign Legion, one deployed in Surobi, district of Surobi, and one battle group of Infanterie de Marine, 3e Régiment d'Infanterie de Marine, deployed in Kapisa province. Both of them are doing a very good job on the ground. Sometimes they suffer casualties, and we have lost since the beginning of the mission in Afghanistan. France has lost 35 soldiers due to attacks of insurgents, mainly by IEDs, but also in the last days by terrible conditions of weather. And these soldiers are really here to support the Afghans in a very good, I would say, attitude. They are doing their best, they are learning, and they are, I would say, discovering day after day how this population is worthy, how this population is very nice. I know that French young soldiers are very proud to serve their nation, to develop the better conditions of life for these people, and also to fight when it is needed, when they meet some insurgents groups, little groups that try to disrupt normal life in this country. French soldiers are absolutely very closely linked, I would say, with the counterinsurgency attitude, which is reached by General McChrystal. It is due to our traditions. When we are deployed in some countries like in the Balkans or in Africa, we have always been taught how to have contacts with the population, even to eat with them when we are invited, also to meet the Maleks, to meet the mayors, to have discussions with them and to see what are their real needs. And also to be very fair with the enemy when we meet them, to respect them, and to give the best example of that we can give of our way of conducting such operations. This is for France a very important issue. We are here to support NATO and to support our US friends and allies. It happened after the 9/11 terrible terror attacks in New York, and France, since that time, is committed strongly side by side with our NATO comrades in order to bring here peace and development.